Good evening and welcome to this month's edition of Crime Stop Scotland. We had a fantastic result after last month's appeal with 3,000 vicious criminals being taken into custody.
Aye, a fantastic result indeed. But unfortunately there are still some deplorable people on the loose. Sadly, we heard from a victim of a terrible crime. Steve Hamilton was just finishing some housework in his house in Coatbridge when something wasn't right.
Steve Hamilton was settling in for a quiet evening on the night of the 16th of January 2013. His wife was out with friends and the kids were put to bed. He had no idea he would play victim to a sick joke.
After I put the kids to bed, I wanted to clean the house for Sandra coming home. I looked around the lounge and I noticed the TV unit needed a good dusting, especially my Sandra's special ornament which had been passed down through generations of her family. I went through to the kitchen to get the pledge out. When I came back, I realised there was something wrong.
Steve examined the ornament, only to find it had been tampered with in the time that he had gone to the kitchen.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, a penis. Someone had drawn a penis on Sandra's most sacred family heirloom. I didn't know what to do. I tried to clean it, but it just made it worse. When she came in, she may have had a few, but she noticed straight away. She thought I'd done it as some kind of sick joke. She threw me out the house. I had divorce papers sent to me a month later. I lost my family, all because of some vandal thought it'd be hilarious to draw a penis on an ornament. Someone needs to catch this monster before it's too late.
A truly disgusting story. What kind of a society are we living in where we can't even own an ornament without even getting vandalised?
Aye, it really is just shocking. I'm actually sickened. We have here DCI Dale Hornby from Strathclyde Police. Now, Inspector, what are you currently doing in your investigation?
Well, we had our team of experts in to analyse the evidence, of course. They've confirmed that the make of pen used was a fine point Sharpie. So, of course, we've been checking the records of local stationery stores, and we've got a list of names of people who've bought it recently, but a monster like this, we can't rule out that he would have stole it from unsuspecting members of the public.
Aye.
So we can't confirm names in case we incriminate an innocent party.
Of course.
Aye. We actually have an eyewitness drawing of the suspect. What can you tell us about it? This is the drawing in question.
Well, as you can see, he is quite a notable character face-wise. So, of course, if anyone recognises just from the picture, please phone in. One thing we're not quite sure on is the realism of the moustache.
Because I mean, this is a talented Sharpie artist.
He could have easily manufactured one on his face using a Sharpie, or indeed any pen.
Could be subject to change, to be perfectly
I mean,
honest. This
could be one of his. If he hits again, God forbid he hits again. But if he does, he
grief almighty.
He could have a Dali, a Hitler. He could have anything.
Even a goatee.
God forbid he has a goatee.
I know.
Jesus.
I don't know what to do.
It's unthinkable.
Anyway, you'll also notice he also has very small eyes. He's a bit of a peculiar looking character, and we believe our psychologists have kind of said that these kind of crimes could be an ego thing. He's probably not a very popular man, and drawing penises on other people's possessions, you'll get a kick out of it.
It's a bit shady.
He obviously doesn't have any mates at all.
No,
really,
definitely.
does he?
He is a shady character.
So, what can the public do to help in the investigation?
They can phone in with any evidence they have. If any of this is wrong, any sort of bells, please phone in. Not even to this case, we believe he may be a serial offender.
Oh gosh.
But we need to catch
So we
him
don't
as
want
soon as
anybody
possible.
approaching the suspect at all?
We have reason to believe he may not only draw penises on people's possessions, but maybe directly onto people.
Jesus.
And if he is using a Sharpie, I mean, those things, they take a few days to wash off. People could lose jobs, relationships could fall apart.
Well,
this is all
thank you,
very
Inspector.
possible.
Now, up next, we've got a quick guide to the new laws that came in since the beginning of independence.
A number of new laws have been brought in since Scotland voted in favour of independence at the start of 2014. Here is Crime Stop's guide to the new laws and how to keep on the right side of them. One of the first laws taken into place was the Haggis Act 2014. It decrees that all citizens must consume haggis for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Now, there has been some confusion as to whether it can be eaten with sides, and to clear things up, yes it can, but the sides are to come from the regulated list that's been created by the government. Sides include traditional neeps and tatties, as well as chicken and batter. Those caught eating contraband foods will be arrested, and their foods will be shot out of Mons Meg. Another law that came in just after the referendum was the Kilt Act 2014. The Kilt Act decrees that all male citizens must wear kilts at all times correctly. Kilts must be worn in the correct fashion at all times, even when at work. No trousers or shorts, and no underwear. The punishments that come with this act are perhaps the most severe of the new laws. If a kilt is worn too short or too long, you will be cautioned and called a jessie. If you're caught wearing anything other than a kilt, you were deported to the barren land of England. The most recent law to come into place is the Naysayer Act 2015. The new law decrees that all those who said no to the referendum and are still living in Scotland will be caught and branded. The law is very straightforward. Naysayers will be tracked down and caught and given a tattoo on their head to remind them that they are traitors and that they should be proud of their country. We hope this guide has helped clear a few things up. Now, back to the studio.
A great wee guide there that I'm sure will help Abdi.
We've just got about time to use our wall of shame, where we show the 4 heinous criminals of the month.
Aye, it's a really gruesome bunch of miserable Phoenix Tuesdays if I've ever seen them.
Aye.
Jesus, man, look at this. In at number 4, we've got Harry Douglas. His crime, eating a grape at a supermarket in Auchtermuchty. Fair punnet he didn't buy.
Oh, Paulin!
Ken, can you imagine doing that, just picking up a grape and eating it? Fuck, audacity, sorry. In at number 3, we have Jack Fraser here. Look at him. This is clearly off his cake. Ugly puss. His crime is jumping the queue at a Tory teapot in Aberdeen. He was also said to have underpaid the mostly blind elderly waitress.
Scum.
Ken,
Absolute scum.
And in it, joint first and second. Now, this is the worst of the two. We have Ewan and Laura Jarvis. Aye, these two. Last seen in a KFC loo in Dundee, doing things via bargain bucket.
Very compromising.
Dark and fit, but I didn't want it, to be honest.
Absolute cretins.
They were caught in a compromising position in a disabled toilet.
Ugh.
So, you can only imagine.
Thing of nightmares.
Dirty buggers.
Ugh.
So, that's us, really. All of these immoral and villainous criminals are now on the run, and we need your help to find them, as well as the other 2 pieces of human waste. If you or someone you know has any information that could lead to their arrest, then please call Crime Stop Scotland hotline on 0800 999 1999.
Or send us an email to appeal@crimestopscot.co.uk. With your help, we can catch these bastards. That's all we have time for tonight. Tune in next month for another episode of Crime Stop Scotland. Until then,
Dinny gets stabbed. See you later.